Okay, so we're fighting Grave and Ward here. I always forget. Every single time. I forget you have to fight these guys first. I think I forget about them because if you come fight Graveward again, you don't have to fight these dudes again. So if you like farmed Graveward, you know, you're just fighting Graveward, not Grave and Ward. It also, a contributing factor is that when you're using guns, these two die pretty fast. They're pretty easy enemies. Not so much there. With no gear on a character that doesn't do particularly good melee damage. Oh, you know what? I didn't check the gear. Let's just make sure. Yep. Totally empty. I knew it was, but it makes sense to check before boss fights.
That one was talking shit.
Okay. Okay. So. Wonder. That was way closer to me than I meant for it to be. Damn it. Okay, so the Skag can do ranged. She just only will do ranged if there's nothing else. No other way you can fight, I guess. This is probably going to be a case of just needing to know the pattern well. Making sure I'm not in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then just kind of war of attrition him, you know? It's going to take a while to kill him with that Skag damage. I'm tempted to change it right now. To, probably the bot would be what I tried first. Not good, not good. Okay. Oh, it still hit me? Aw, that's lame. I was clearly outside of the range of that. So I'm trying to place that so it lands under the arm. So far, it's not working. Maybe I should just give up on it. Give up on actually doing burst damage with the thing that it... Well, you know what? Maybe Gamma Burst is not right for this fight. I might change mid-fight here. I could actually see Skags working better here. Oh no, I sure did fall in that hole at exactly the wrong time. Not too harshly punished though. Yeah, I'm going to change the skill to the... Nope, that's not what I'm going to change. Let's keep the Skag on. Might have just accidentally cheated him out of the damage area. There we go. Rax. Tilting the tables. Cool. That's fine. Okay, those Rax didn't feel like they even hit him. That's not great. Let's see about these though when he drops the arm. Let's watch that damage. That was really weak. That was an extremely low amount of damage. I'm not positive it hit. Ooh. Okay. I mean, compared to Aurelia, this is kind of relaxing. I must say, you know. That was poorly timed. Poorly timed. It's really got to be the Rex or the Gamma Burst. The trap's not going to help. It doesn't really do damage. Fade away, I don't think would be any benefit at all without guns.
Attack.
I mean, that was too slow. Might not hit. Oh, it went for the animal. Gamma Burst might be what we should do here. For real. For real. I don't know. I mean, the thing is that the Skags have a quicker cooldown. Enough. I'm saying Skags. I mean Rex. Forgive me. It's enough of a quicker cooldown that this probably is doing more damage. It's also possible that I've just been, you know, poorly timing the Gamma Burst. This does give me something that I can actively feel like I'm constantly doing to do damage with. Oh, why did I not go to the easier hole? Sounds so wrong. Skag got me. Okay. Okay. I will say, yeah, overall, why do I keep trying to hit that? Instinct, really. Overall, this doesn't feel like a fight I'm likely to lose. It's just all about, like, how do we deal with this as fast as we can. Rex don't feel like yet. I'm gonna go ahead and switch. If I can, while it's cooling down. Yeah. Let's Gamma Burst. What? Hold on. What did this one do? Gamma Burst damage dealt by Fl4k increase. Okay, sure. Doesn't matter, just couldn't remember. Plenty of health on the ground from enemies. That's, you know, it's nice for what it is. Probably just need to go ahead and... Oh, wait, what? Okay, I didn't think it was going to let me Gamma Burst. Kind of wasted it, just to know if it would let me Gamma Burst onto that. Oh well. I mean, just kind of wasted it. Pet's still powered up.
Marking your target.
Is he close enough to melee? Nope, not at all. Not even a little bit. Paying close attention to that amount of damage we've dealt. I want to get a good round of Gamma Bursts and really see how do you even get a good round of Gamma Bursts, though? It's the problem. This could be a fight. Like, if I fail, I'll probably go respec. And try and get some of the boost to the Skags. I mean, the Rex. Why do I keep doing that? I'll tell you, this part's a great time to sip some water. Oh, he tried to punish me for being cheeky. I still threw it way over there, but that was a lot closer, at least. He didn't really hit it. He did not really hit him. I should try other pets. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna change. I do feel like the Rex are better used here. I'm gonna try the bot. Because the bot's got a gun. I just feel like he'll probably shoot at Graveward more often than the Skag was. Actually, a little surprised I didn't catch some acid there. Just because he started on the other end from me, I suppose. Sneaky G67, thank you for the raid. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me give you a quick shout out. Pausing. Just for a moment. Bam. Everybody, check out our new friend here, Sneaky G. Definitely appreciate the raid. We are trying a no gear flak run. It's going. Graveward is being a bit of a grind, but you know, it's going. Sneaky shout out. Absolutely. We definitely appreciate our raiders around here. And I'll check out your stream after the after this stream, of course. What are y'all playing? You playing some Borderlands 3 as well? Or something in a similar vein, perhaps? You missed some Borderlands 3. Okay, yeah. It's a great game. Holds up pretty well. I played a good bit around here. I mean, I played plenty of games. Lots of different types of stuff. Things like Borderlands, and also things that aren't. Anything with a skill tree, really, might pull me in. But Borderlands is a bit of a staple we tend to return to. Wonder if I can get some grenade splash going on right here. Probably not. Don't think it's quite good enough of a range, sadly. I do think that the bot's doing better damage than the Skag was. Which makes sense. It does. Nah, funny, I'm going to bed. Nice meeting you. New streamer, bud. Oh, dude, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nice meeting y'all as well. And I totally understand. It is very late. Usually play Spelunky. Nice. Sneaky, I feel like you've watched me before and I'm just remembering. Or maybe I've watched you? I don't know. I remember you. Either way. All it took was Spelunky 2. Very cool. Spelunky. Man, I love Spelunky. Both Spelunkys are awesome. Another staple around here, really. Took a break, came back for a new game coming out this month. Oh, really? Been following for a minute. Yeah, I remember. Forgive me for not remembering right away. You know, I know how raids can often be. I know there's a lot of people out there that raid into new people, which is awesome. I try to do the same. Sometimes, anyway, but... honestly, I feel bad for not being sure. When you first raided, I'm like, that name feels a little bit familiar, but I didn't want to... Like, not being sure, I didn't want to say so, you know. How are the Spelunky runs, though? Did you get some W's? This really is a grind of a fight right here. Certainly is, but that's okay. There's no reason not to try. Hey, I think I did do a little bit of grenade damage. Okay. It's probably the pet. Pet probably shot him. I think part of the problem is the pet doesn't stay focused on him. Like, he'll fight him a little bit after I use the kill command, but he doesn't. He's not like constantly unloading. Which sucks, really. It's gonna be mostly racks. Mostly rack damage, it seems. I just realized I can probably save the kill command to target the critical hit spots. You've gotten to 745 kind of recently. Nice. Haven't been back, stuck in the 20s and 99s. Dude, major props there. I personally have never been to the Cosmic Ocean, Sarah. I am quite impressed. That's awesome. Yeah, 99, quite close, for sure. I'm sure you'll get there. I'm sure you will. Okay, kill command that shit. Why didn't it do it? Can I not? I guess I can't target that as a kill command. Okay. It's just part of Graveward. You know, that's fine. That's fine. I just know I don't need to save it now. Yep, I've gotten a handful of regular wins in Spelunky 2, like probably 3 or 4. But no special wins. Not even the ones for killing Hundoon, I think is his name. Hey, Mythical Bucky, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. Hope all is well on your end, for sure. That's still good. It's a hard game. It surely is. It surely is. I appreciate that. For sure. I don't think it's too hard. You know, like a game can be hard and fun, but it can also be hard and not fun. You know, but Spelunky is not that. Spelunky manages to be quite fun while still being kind of extraordinarily hard, really, with the permadeath stuff. Roguelikes are awesome, though. That is one of my favorite game genres, for sure. Flay gifting another tier 1 sub to Bucky. Flay, thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate that. It's very awesome of you. I really do appreciate them. They mean a lot. Bucky, I'm sure that you appreciate that as well. Thanks for being here for her to gift the sub to, you know? I'm letting my ability stack up over here. That's not good. Oh, Graveward's level 30. Right. Well, that does explain partly this taking a little longer. 3 levels under. You know what? At this point, we just got to roll with it. We just got to go the whole way through. Right through the whole game. If I can't kill the boss, I'll go level. But otherwise, we're only doing the quests we have to do. Now, I might choose to kill a few extra enemies along the way. But, you know, I'm not going to go out of my way. It's not like full clears or anything. I do genuinely think Aurelia is probably the hardest fight. There are other challenging fights there. There were plenty of bosses after this that claimed a couple of lives for Moe's in that run. It's like learning to play the piano. That is such a great analogy. Yeah. Playing Spelunky 2 is a lot like piano and difficulty curve. Because, you know, you can play a few notes and you know, you can learn a little tune real quick and have a lot of fun with it. But you are still so far off mastering piano. I am doing well. That is great to hear, Bucky. Great to hear for sure. Would have come by to say hello sooner, but I just got home about a half hour ago. Hey, not a problem at all, man. It, you know, I say it many times, but I never expect y'all to be here. It's always a pleasant surprise to see you. And, yeah. It's awesome. It's always awesome having y'all here. Hanging out while I play whatever random game I happen to be playing. Oh no. What poor timing for me to jump in that hole. It's okay though, he seems like he always does from that side first. Which means I need to keep favoring that hole. Sounds so wrong. She was singing your praises on stream. Oh, Fl4k. Man, Fl4k is just so amazing. You guys, anybody here that's not following Fl4k, y'all need to. In fact, I'm going to give Fl4k a shout out. If you're not following Fl4k, I could not recommend her more. Probably, there's plenty of streams on Twitch that I haven't seen. But, of the ones I've seen, I feel pretty confident telling you. Probably the best one. It's a great place to hang out. Anytime. She just gave me a shout out back. Nice. Nice. That's how you do it around here. You know, just shouting people out. This is content right here. This is true content creation. Wait a minute, I leveled up? We're going to spend that skill point right away because it's going to give us access to this stuff. I think more stacks of frenzy are better. It boosts damage for both of us. Oh yeah, I can equip that because I'm using the Rex, which is fine. Let's see what his kill command does. Puts it singularity. Okay. We're still gonna stick with the bot for this fight, but eager to try out that skag after finishing off Graveward in like an hour. You know. Hopefully, it won't take that long. Cause wait. Is he bugging out on me right now? Am I cheesing him because I paused to learn my skill? I'm fine with this. You know, I'm totally fine with this. I could watch paint dry with you guys. That, oh man, Bucky, that is such a compliment. I really appreciate that. That's something right there. That is awesome. That is awesome. Dude be bugging. He does. Look at it. He's clearly bugging. He's bugging out. I'm fine with this, you know? I had survived for quite a while. At least 10, 15 minutes. Probably more like 20. 25 even. So, you know, I'll take the cakewalk to the finish. He's just trying to get me, you know, get me to relax a little bit. Get me off guard, if you will. I see you bugging him out, huh? Apparently, you know? I don't know how. I guess because I used my... because I learned the action skill. Or just regular skill, I mean. In the middle of the fight. But, hey, whatever. I don't see a reason not to. When the level ups happen, may as well grab those skills.
That is your target.
It's just a shame that it takes so long to kill him. He has so much health. I'm gonna have to think of like 3 or 4 topics to talk about at least. We talked about Starfield yet? Nah, we did. We did. We don't have to keep talking about Starfield. I haven't even played it that much. There was a point in Borderlands 1. Okay, here we go. We're slipping into topic mode, right? In Borderlands 1 development, they were going to have a much more, you know, normal, basic-ass graphic scheme for the 360 days. I don't know if I would have played that game. Like, you know, maybe, but it certainly wouldn't have appealed to me the same way. Which is weird to think about, because I love these games. These games, like the Borderlands franchise, is an easy top 10 game for me. Now, if I had to pick just one, it'd be harder, but I could do it. But I don't have to. Not right now, anyway. So, you know. Thankfully, right before the game came out, they decided to switch it up and do the cell shading. I have a friend that sometimes refers to it as like a comic book come to life. And I would never have described it that way, but it is suiting. I can see it. That fits. That's a good description. Okay, here we go. I'm determined to make this work. It does need to hit the ground. That hit him. That actually hit him. That actually hit him. That's awesome. I think I was about right here. See if we can do it again. Ridiculous. Why does the bot not shoot him just all the time? He doesn't even get it. Okay, so I worked in an arcade many years ago. For many years. And the fact that it was an arcade really makes no difference for this first story, at least. But, I have a friend. The time that this was happening was about the same time that the air fresheners came out that you could set to a timer. Okay? And me and this friend, he also worked at the arcade, but that didn't matter. We would let friends in the back all the time. We were in the back room of this arcade. Man, what a fucking dream job that was. Anyway, we were hanging out in the back, and there was one of these new air fresheners back there, and we did not know what it was. We had no idea. This particular friend, he wears glasses. So he picks it up, and he's looking at it closely, right? And he tilts his glasses down to look at it, and he's got it pointed straight at his face. Wait a minute, let me get the gamma burst. And you know it right at that moment. As soon as he's got the glasses not protecting his precious eyes, the timer goes off, and it sprays him right in the face. Of course, instantly, I understood what it was. You know, it's an air freshener with a timer. Pretty cool, really. But also hilarious, for me. At least. Not so much for him. Probably very traumatic for him. Good times. I've gone to Gen Con many times. It's a board game convention. Takes place in Indiana. Indianapolis, specifically. It's awesome. It's a great fun weekend, right? Oh, Kill Command, right? Not the other one. First time I ever went was going with 2 friends that had been several times and another friend that had not been at all. We split up. We're doing our thing. Me and the other friend that had not been to Gen Con before. We go and check out a room with a bunch of people playing Dominion, which is a deck building game that had it wasn't brand new, but it was still new enough to be pretty huge at this time. This was like 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer ago than that even. Still a good game, but that game like birthed the genre that is deck building games. deck building board games, to be specific, not like trading card games. Right, like where the game is building the deck. Anyway, me and this friend are playing the new expansion for Dominion, and we're playing it with a random stranger that also likes Dominion, right? Because there was only so many tables, and everybody there is very friendly. And in the game, you start with cards in your deck. The cards you start with are not good. There's ways within the game to remove cards from your deck permanently. It's called trashing. And when you do that, there is a trash pile. They're just removed from the game, right? So we've got the cards set up, and my friend trashes the card from his hand. And he realizes that where the trash pile is at is going to be really awkward for him to reach basically right in front of this random stranger's face to put the card there. So he says, I'm just going to put it over here. And puts it on the side of the table with him. Doesn't matter, it's removed from the game, it doesn't make any difference. As long as he doesn't put it back in his deck, right? So, this random stranger instantly performs the reach across in front of your face exactly the way my friend did not want to do to him, and says, the trash pile, and then has a long pause and picks up the card from a friend, and he says, is over here. And he puts it down, and me and my friend make eye contact. We don't say a word, right? But me and my friend, through eye contact, say, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, right, like, you know, we can finish the game, I guess? Just because it'd be too awkward to leave in the middle of the game, but wow, the mood changed so fast. So the arcade was in a mall, and there was also a GameStop. The arcade was on one end of the food court in this mall, and there was a GameStop on the other end of the food court. And me and many of my friends worked in one or the other, right? So I have a friend that was working at GameStop early. I'm talking like maybe 11 in the morning in a mall, like midweek. So very dead. And the arcade machines were pretty loud because we had a DDR machine, and even it was loud. You could be like halfway across the fucking mall and you could still hear the DDR music playing when someone was playing it. I don't know how we got away with that, but nobody ever stopped us. So
Attack.
the arcade machines were not quiet anyway. And the arcade had a phone that you could call, right? Like most businesses. And because the arcade was so loud, there was a very loud ringer on the phone. Loud enough that we could leave the arcade and we would know if someone was calling. No big deal. The manager was very rarely there because they also owned arcade machines in a bunch of places throughout like the Tri-County area, right? Like pizza buffets and stuff like that. Like, you know, restaurants would have like one or two machines off in a corner. Those machines were also owned by the guy that owned the arcade. So the manager, when he was working, was spending his time... Is the kill command not working? Oh my god, did the kill command bug on me? I mean, I guess as long as he's getting attacked. Wait, Gamma Burst isn't cooling down either. What the fuck? He's taking damage. Don't worry, I have not forgotten about the story. Okay, sorry about that. That maybe fixed it. What the fuck? Okay, so the arcade. We gotta get this dude dead before the game crashes on me. The phone would ring very loud, and we did not have to. The arcade attendant, you know, we were getting paid minimum wage, which back then, don't worry about when it was, but it was not high, right? Not that minimum wage is high now either. But that's neither here nor there. So, this friend of mine, hanging out at GameStop, bored, sees me crossing the food court to come, you know, just hang out with him for, you know, 10, 15 minutes. It didn't matter. There was nobody in the arcade. There were locks and padlocks on every one of those machines. It was not a big deal, right? Maybe they'd steal some fruities at most. But the thing is, everybody hanging out in the arcade was my friend anyway. I would have just given them some fruities. They didn't need tickets, you know, whatever. Anyway, so I get about halfway across the food court, and somebody calls the arcade. Now, I'm not going to run back to the arcade. That's ridiculous, right? Wait, why? Gamma Burst, you freaking me out, man. Okay. So I'm walking back. Probably not going to make it in time, but I try. I get there, it's still ringing. I pick up the phone, and I say Outer Limits, because that was the name of the arcade. It's not there anymore, by the way, so it is what it is. Sad times and all that, but they hang up. I hang the phone up. Does not occur to me. Does not occur to me what is probably obvious to you hearing this story now. I start making my way back to the GameStop, right? Because I'm still going to go hang out with my friend, say, hey, you know, just chill out a little bit. I get to about the same spot. About the same spot. Phone starts ringing again. It's about halfway, right? I turn around, I start walking back. It takes me 3 times doing this before I realized that it was my friend calling the arcade and just watching me work my way back, zigzagging in and out through tables, empty tables in a food court. That guy's awesome though. I appreciate him. He probably feels bad about that now, but I didn't blame him at all, and it made for a terrific story. Let's see, I feel like I've told this one before on stream. I feel like it's the only arcade story that I tend to jump to. And it's kind of awful in a certain way, but in the moment, man, it was very funny. It was so very funny. So I'm working. No, I'm not working actually. I'm just hanging out at the arcade. Because this arcade, like I said, it had a DDR machine. I was extremely into DDR at that time. You know, as I still would be if it was still around, but it's not. Not around me, at least. Sadly. Anyway, one of my friends was on shift. He did work at the arcade. He was working at the arcade then, I should say. It's pretty crowded. I want to say it was a Saturday night, but it might have been a Friday. I don't know. Not a slow day. It was busy. Both in the mall and the arcade. Hang on, let me get this Gamma Burst in position. So, there's this lady there with her child who is probably like 8 or something like that. And the kid is not being easy to deal with. I will say, in the mom's defense, before we even get to the bad part of this story. Not too bad, don't worry. It's not like the dog story. Or not like the ending of the dog story anyway. But, yeah, the kid is being not so bad that the employee needs to, like, step in. Like, he's not breaking stuff or, like, climbing on the machines in a bad way or anything like that, but close, you know, like close enough that me and my friend that was on shift, we're thinking, is this going to be a problem? You know, like it seems like it could, is the thing. And the mom, she has had it, right? She is done with this kid, and she yells at him in a way that I'm like, whoa, that's like, calm down. That's a problem, you know? Like I say, not a great story. hilarious at the time though, because she does it, and everyone in the arcade stops what they're doing. Everyone I could see anyway, and we're just staring at her. We are blown away. I can't even remember what she said. What she said wasn't even that bad. It's just that she was yelling it at him, and loud enough, you know, to be like, dude, oh shit, he unbugged. Oh no, he died. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'll finish the story, don't worry. So, this lady yells at him, we're all staring at her, and she realizes, I'm pretty confident that she realized in that moment that she went a little too hard. At least a little too hard in public, which worries me a little bit, but I'm hoping that she just, in that moment, you know, anyway.
Dennis, are you okay?
So, she's pretty close to the counter where the tickets would be turned in, which is where me and my friend were. And we're just staring at her, and she turns to us. She turns to him specifically and says, "You got a problem?" And there's like 3 seconds of just silence from everyone in the arcade, right? And he's just like, nope. He's just like, nope, no problem here, you're fine. And then they leave. I couldn't keep it together, man. In that moment, when he was just like, nope, I busted out laughing right there in front of her. We were terrible employees. My God. It occurs to me now, well, I don't know why I didn't share the story about the employee that would often leave to go watch a movie while he was on the clock at the arcade by himself, and then like a couple of days later there was a fire in the arcade and he was the one on shift and he stopped it from burning down. That's hardcore, man. Still can't believe that happened.